To practice success before you're successful. Through affirmations, through going to the Rolls-Royce dealer. Before I had any money, I used to go to the Rolls-Royce dealers and sit in the cars and smell the leather, touch the leather. And these days, this is 40 years ago, I went to $1 million houses, and my wife and I would walk through the house and they'd say, "When are your parents getting here, kids?" No, we are the buyers. Practice being successful. Go to stores you can't afford. So it's all possible. But I devoted myself to feeling successful. I was wearing suits like this before I could afford them. Self-esteem is the key to high performance. If we feel good about ourselves and we hang around with people, the average of the 5 people that we are mostly around is who we turn out to be.
You're naturally a positive person.
I'm 100% positive.
Okay.
You know, the most contagious thing in the world isn't a positive action, it's a negative thought. A negative thought. And because that can grow geometrically and kill deals, kill even companies for that matter. And so, but I'm extremely positive. I think Andrew Carnegie, arguably the richest, most successful entrepreneur of all time, he said the best thing that you can have for a child is him to be born into poverty. And I agree. I do what you don't want to do, but that you know that you got to do to be where you want to be. Ted Turner just gave his 75th anniversary party on CNN a few months ago. And he makes a couple of comments, and he says, number one, and I'm not suggesting this for everybody, it's how I lived though. First 10 years of my starting CNN, I slept on my couch. I didn't have an apartment. Bill Gates slept in the office. Steve Jobs slept in the office. And I can go down a whole list. Now these are super successful, mega wealthy guys. I slept in my office. Not everybody's willing to make that sacrifice. But it's not the only thing. But even if you don't sleep in your office, if you want to send your kids to a better school, if you want to be able to take care of your mother when she gets dementia, if you want to, this all takes money. You can do anything you want that you have passion for, because that eliminates most of the crap. Because most people don't follow their dream. You know, like they say in The Sound of Music, you can't have a dream come true unless you have a dream. We overanalyze because we're unsure. We don't overanalyze because we are not sure if it'll work or not. We're more worried about, on the emotional side, it embarrassing us. Perfection equals paralysis.
Okay, so you can never make a perfect decision.
No. If you left it to engineers, no car would ever come off the assembly line. They'd still be trying to make it better. The internet kids want to test and test and test. Roll it out. The great thing about the internet is your results are instantaneous.
And you can make changes instantaneously.
Correct. Because without them making mistakes and without them being allowed to make the decision, they never get any better. And they will never know everything, but unless they make some mistakes and get comfortable with making mistakes. Because failure is just testing. What gets measured gets accomplished.
Right.
Without measurement, you're just fooling yourself. Most people procrastinate because they're unsure, so just do it. Forget about it, move on. But I've never had a problem just doing it. Because one of the things is you learn as a young combat infantry officer is time costs lives. When I learned that mistakes weren't causing arms and legs in life and death, making decisions was easy. Time costs lives.